Hi guys, I hope you're all okay, and obviously I know I was meant to be doing a week in the life, but things happen. So enjoy this vlog of basically what the girls got up to throughout that week. So here is the start of it.
Right, let's tidy up some of these tails. Hello tricky trackers, so I need my scissors, I've got my brush, I'm going to brush through their tails. Trix's mane I'm not touching, and I'm not touching Star's mane, but Apollo and Dixie are both having a trim. Star's tail does need to be trimmed because it is incredibly long. Hello big girl, how are you? Did you have a nice day out in the stable? So look how long that tail is. Hang on. Nice and silky though, Tricky. Like, that is lovely. Kind of tail I wanted. Good girl, Trix. So Trix doesn't have to have a lot off, then again she never does. She never really has to have a lot off, but because Tricky's mane we're trying to grow, so hence the reason I'm not touching it. In all fairness, in winter I might chop it all off and just let it re-go that way. But that is one beautiful tail. Right, let's go do Dixie, because she is the one that's going to have, well, her and Apollo, Dixie and Apollo, are going to be the ones that are having the most done. Hello. Right, I need your head collar. And can I do this one-handed? Are you going to put your head collar on? Are you going to put your head collar on for Mummy? You smell so nice. You do smell nice.
Mom, I'm trimming that stuff on tail, so
Huh?
I'm trimming stuff on tail.
Yeah, I still got to trim it. Yes, it's long.
Yeah,
I've still got to trim it, love.
but they're only this long.
Not as long as what she's got it, darling. It's only taking a little bit off. I'm not taking her whole tail off. Now Dixie's tail is incredibly long because it is dragging along the floor.
Alright, I'll get one. In a minute, her tail will be like whip.
Yeah.
Because I can use it as whip right now. I'm not using it.
Well, don't swing her tail around, Hayes. You'll hurt her thumb. I heard that. Yeah, she could also hit you in the face with it, but
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't dare.
yes, she would. If she got annoyed with you enough, she would. Good girl, Dixie.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Daisy, knock it off.
No, it's just my foot.
That'll teach you piss arsing around with her tail. Right. Dixie needs to lose about that much of her tail. Look how much that is. There we go.
Hi, Dixie.
Hayes. Apple. Right, now for Dixie's mane, I want the thickness, but I just don't want the length. Hey, don't do that to my horse. Let go. I don't care. Go and do the waters in the field. don't come at me for using scissors, but I know Dixie doesn't like having pudding combs done, and I don't want to take the thickness out of her mane. I just want some of the dead ends gone. So I'm not taking too much off. I've taken off enough so that she's still got a mane. I'll show you in a second, but I've not taken the thickness out, because she actually has a naturally beautiful thick mane. Yeah, I know, doing it ballpark, aren't I? And her forelock's not that long, so I'm not going to touch her forelock either. But I'm just obviously making sure it's all level, because obviously we don't want any unlevelness. Can we put our head straight, please? There we go. Good girl. So, don't come at me for using scissors on the mains, but I know Dixie hates the pulling comb or the rake that we use. But now we're looking at a much better, pretty, smart little horse who can go out once I finish doing everybody else. Yes, you can. And she's like, really? I want to go out now. Ouch, don't hit me in the head. Yes, tricky trackers, I did you already. So, that's Dixie done. What are I doing with scissors? There's my scissors. Now I know, don't use scissors, don't do this, don't do that to a Dartmoor. Well, you're going to find out why I'm doing this to the Dartmoor. I'm not touching her mane, I'm not doing anything like that. But literally look at the length of this tail. It is almost on the floor. She does need a little bit of a spruce up. And that is because since I've actually had her, I've not done it to her. So, I'm not sure what she's going to make of this. I'm hoping she won't be too bad. But I'm only taking a little bit off. I know traditionalists out there will say, well, you shouldn't be touching anything. But if they stand on the tail, or one of the others stands on their tail, I'm going to end up with another vet bill. So, that's literally what needs to come off. That is the length that is on the floor. So, bye-bye. And it's dead. Can you hear that? I haven't got a microphone, so you probably can't hear it, but it's this bottom part of her tail is dead. Like, it's not dead, but there's so many. Good girl. Split ends there. It's no, we don't do things like that, do we, Pony? So you put a nice, have a good brush out. There we go. Hazel, what are you doing?
Listening to my music.
Right. Oh. This is Apollo, if you don't know. Ginger chestnut, the only thing I've got that's chestnut. Apart from how looks with her tail, it's not looking too bad. Her mane, however, needs tidying up. Now, Adam is not going to like me for doing this to her mane, but right now she looks like a scrap, and she needs to be a little bit more smartened up. Oh, baby, those legs, aren't they? Hey? Those poor little legs, you've cut them up real good. In all fairness, I don't think I'm going to have to take off as much as what I'm thinking I have to for her tail. I'm hoping that it's just literally take off one of the dead ends, that's it. Otherwise, I don't actually have to take off an awful lot of her mane too. Go, you big baby. Once again, Apollo has had a fair few things done to her. And this is an experience that I tried to do when she was a lot younger, but it just didn't, she doesn't like the sound of scissors. So that did not help the situation we were in. So Apollo's mane, if I can get her to turn her head. Come here. As you can see, is quite long. Now, I know I'm going to get in trouble with this with Adam on Thursday, but how can I take this showing like that? I can't. Nowhere near can I take this showing like that. So I'm not going to take much off, the same with Dixie. I'm just going to take... Hazel!
Yes?
I'm in here with Apollo. Stop running past her window.
I'm not going past the window.
You are, I can see you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can, Hayes.
No, you can't. What is it?
Hazel, pack it in now.
Okay.
There's a good girl. So it's, obviously with Apollo, I am starting at the bottom of her mane. I'm not going up near the head just yet. And I'm not holding her hair tight, I'm just holding it frictionally for the scissors. Again, I don't want to lose her thickness. I would like her to have a nice thick mane like Dixie, but obviously it does need tidying up a little bit. Now I could do this with clippers. Okay, good girl. Well done. Good girl. But I'm not going to. Because that is an experience that we haven't. Watch my feet, you thoroughbred little thing. And I am sweating profusely. Oi, get off. Follow. Good girl for standing still. There we go. Ah, get off my camera. You and Dixie have broken enough cameras. Doesn't that look a little bit better? Yes, you look very smart. Sort of. Do I need to trim this? Hopefully not, because I quite like her forelock. Okay, she's so pretty. I love the smell of her nose. She's beautiful. Right. You are gorgeous. Yes. No, we don't need scissors anymore. We don't need the scissors anymore. You're all done. That looks like a much better, neater, tidier mane. No more scissors. Good girl. Right. You see the sweat dripping off of me. Unbelievable, and how humid it is. Right. I need to go and do waters in the field. So I'm going to go do that now. Yes, Apollo. Yes, my love. Good girl. Good girl. Ah, he's so beautiful. She is absolutely gorgeous. Apollo.
Go to the walk you took when you came up.
No. Good girl. Oh, Dad, isn't this yours?
What? Ah, there it is.
I don't know what it's doing in my stable.
I didn't do that.
Come on.
That's for the water.
Hi, Pony. Hello. We're going to tie up for safety. Good girl. For her safety as well as my own. Right. Now, if you haven't seen, I am doing a thing on my Instagram about none of the colours. Do you want to have a sniff? You've already taken a bite out of it, but... Good girl. Good girl. Now I'm not being like pansy ass with her, I'm just throwing it on. I'm not going to go like this where I've seen some people tell me to do this, where you put it on and just place it. The point of that, if you're in a rush or at a show, she's got to get used to having it thrown on, put in place, voila. Where's your saddle gone, Pony? Now this is her saddle, it has been fitted to her. It does have some weight, but I'm going to let her have a look at it, see what she thinks about it. Do not take a bite out of this saddle because your father will absolutely murder me if you did that. No biting. Good. There we go. Get off my saddle, you horrible spider. They're just going to make some noise. Good girl. Good girl. So obviously a saddle sounds a lot different to a roller. Now she's had a roller on before, so having a girth on is no different. But as I said, she is starting her backing process, hence the reason we're using a nice fluffy girth. Oh, sorry, some people don't like the backing. Under saddle process. So we're using a nice fluffy girth for her, just to make everything nice. I'm going to make some noise on this side. You are such a good girl. You take everything in your stride. Good girl, well done. Woohoo, is that a different feel, Babby? Is that a different feel, my love? This girth is probably a bit big for her, and in true fact it is very big for her, but we'll sort that out on the other side. Whoa. You're used to having a girth up. There we go, good girl, and breathe. And breathe, calm down. Calm down, good girl. That's still... Oh, for God's sake. Why now? Well, maybe not over that way. Good girl, you've got that bit down. Woohoo. Just going to do this up a little bit, Apollo, okay? Because that girth is incredibly big for you. But that's a good girl. Can you make some noise again? Good girl. Make some noise on the other side. Good girl. Good girl. You're not scared of it, are you? You just wonder what it is. Good girl, well done. Good girlie. Good girl. Right, I'm going to leave you with that saddle on, my little one, and take your head collar off. There we go. You're used to having a saddle on, aren't you? Well, you're used to having a roller on, I should say. Good girl. I'm going to feel a bit weird. Good girl. Whew. Right. So we're taking Apollo and Star for a walk. Apollo's obviously got her saddle on. We're not going far today because Hazel's been a bit of a wuss. So we're just going to go down to the end of the track. So Abby gets used to the feel of the saddle on her back, because obviously a saddle moves more than a roller, and she has to learn to walk properly instead of on the lunge line. So I do have her reins over her head. Walk on, please. I'm just going to go for a little walk. Doesn't she look gorgeous? Good girl. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. Zaki's not out today, darling. Good girl. So this is where we had the issue last time with Star and Zach, and Apollo played up a little bit. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, baby. Going into dragon mode. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Let's see. He's at the back. Why have we gone into dragon mode? Come on. Walk on. Good girl. That's it. I'm going to give her a bit of a... Be brave. Come on, be brave. Come on, Chestnut, be brave. Good girl. That's a brave girl. Good girl, Apollo. That's it. That's the... Yes, if possible. Whoa.
Hold a bit there.
Down to the end of the track and back?
Well, I don't think you can turn around the end of the track.
Oh,
We'll try it.
possibly. You're right back there, Hayes.
Keep hold of her, Hayes. Don't let her go any closer.
That's all right. She's just looking, Hazy. Watch your little feet. Oh, Star.
She's hungry.
Right. Come on, my big dinosaur. Let's be brave again. No, you're not walking like that now, though. Good girl.
Keep your distance, Hayes.
Good girl. Good girl. That's a big brave girl. Well done. That's a good girl. That's a big brave girl. That's brave. Good girl. That's very brave. Come on then. You're okay. You're okay. Good girl. You're so brave. Come on then. Come on, sweetheart. That's such a brave girl. What a good girl you are, Apollo. Good girl, Apollo. Good girl. Good girl, Apollo. That's been such a brave girl. We're going to turn back, Hazy. Hayes, turn back.
Turn back, Hayes. You're leading now.
You're leading. It's all right, they're all looking at the egg hut, that's all. Pull, Hazel, and walk. Good girl, Apollo. Good girl. Whoa, easy. Whoa, easy. It's okay. Oh. It's a good girl. She's like, no. So obviously, she's going to learn to behave. It's all right, we're here, Dad. We're right behind.
Go on, Hayes, you're doing good.
Good girl, stop being a dragon. Good girl, Apollo. We're going to go over here. That's it, you're going to let Dad come past. You sure? Come on, you. Cone. Good girl, Hazel. Good girl, Apollo. That's a good girl, Apollo. That's it, Hazy. Keep talking. Oh, Apollo! It's a blooming piece of wood, you idiot. Right. Stop that now.
You're right there, or you want to go?
No, I'm okay. Good girl, Hazel. She is. Good girl, Apollo. Good girl. You coming up? Good girl. Good girl, Happy. Good girl, Happy. And ooh, good girl. Yes, you're super good, aren't you? Come on.
This session I did with Dixie was to work on getting her balanced, getting her controlled in and out of her transitions, and obviously coming back when she's been asked to. Now I took away the pressure of the bit and the reins and the bridle and just put her on the head collar for this reason, to see if one of the reasons is that she's not enjoying the bit anymore and I have to trial new bits for her, or if it is because she is just weak on one side. Now I do put her up into canter in this session. I work with her throughout of it to see where we struggle within the trot canter transitions. Sorry, I've got hiccups. But it does work out quite nicely towards the end because she does produce absolutely amazing work. Now, when I'm training with her, sometimes it's quite hard to get her to produce nice work. Sometimes you will be not arguing, but she is a very opinionated mare, so it takes time to get her thinking about what I've asked her to do. So it works to the point of I'm just right now is just getting her remembering her commands. She's had a fair time off just because of everything that's been going on. I haven't done a lot with the horses, same as I haven't done a lot at home or vlogging or anything like that. So it was just a case of redoing a few basics, picking her up and seeing exactly where we are in her brain and how much she remembers. She will produce absolutely beautiful work once you've got her thinking about what you're doing. So I do actually train her properly now, thanks to my lessons with Claire, of I've forgotten the word I was going to use. Of producing her work, producing her forwards. Sorry, that was the one I want. So producing her is a hard road. It's been a very long 11 years worth of hard road with her, but once you've got her into the brain space of, oh, it's work time, not play time, not argumentative time, she will actually work and produce amazing work. So the lunging is coming in to it, so we will work through our transitions with her. The canter work I do with her in this session is to get her to sit on her back end, to actually use her back end instead of to use her front end, which is where most of, at the moment, her power is. All of her power at the moment is from the front end. Hence the reason she can spin real fast, she can do quite a lot with that front end, and she does throw nasty ditches when you're sat in the saddle with her. So in that sense, hence another reason I've come off of the back of her and I'm just working on the ground, rebuilding the bond and trust, because she ditched me in our lesson with Claire and she ditched me incredibly well. So this session I've done with her was to rebuild things. It was to just get her listening to me. With this session, the canter work we do, I do actually make her do it a few times in the transitions to pick up the right legs. You will see that she will stamp her foot at me, that she will buck, but she bucks when she's got her wrong leg, which is a good thing about her, but that's not what I want when you're riding her. So she does do it quite nicely in the end. A lot of it was long and low work as well. which is what I wanted to keep her doing. I wanted her to stretch over her back end, and I do also want her to use her back end properly instead of just dragging it behind her. So a lot of that is going to come from our transitional work, as well as start walking out now again and rebuild up all those muscles and her confidence going out on the road. Now, she has done a few walkouts with tricks, but not a lot. I wasn't asking for canter there either. I was asking her to go forwards. Either. I wasn't asking for the canter. I was asking for the trot and for her to actually do a proper trot instead of the little bouncy trots that she does do. It's just to try and get her to move forwards, as well as obviously create the correct striding for her. Now, Dixie has a beautiful trot. She will move lovely. You've just got to get her there. So with this, no, Dixie no longer has a loner, but Dixie is 11 years old, and this is all part of her issue is from obviously the 2 years she had out of work due to her rehabilitation. She's also had a fair few things wrong with her in her own self, which has cost a fair bit of vet bills. But she is a good mare, so I'm going to stop talking and let you guys watch, and I'll see you all when we go on to tricks. I should have put my sunglasses on, I can't see. Turn. Trot, 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 trot. Good girlie. Woo-hoo. Good girl. Good girl, well done. I don't understand that command. Dix, you do understand that one. What is that? No. Drop. Drop. Canter. Good girl. Canter. Woohoo. And whoop. Good girl, Dixie. Good girl, Dix. And canter. Good mare, well done. Whoa, my girl. Woohoo. Good girl. Woohoo. That's it, have a breather. Walk on. Nice walk. Good girl. Walk on, Dixie. Have a stretch for a minute. Change. That was a happy little mishap, but not really what I wanted. It seems we've got one down. Oh. Good girl. We'll bring the other one down. Walk on. I don't like that idea, Mummy. Walk on. Get used to that feeling for a minute. I mean, that was in my plan to do, but not quite this early. But never mind. Walk on. There we go. Dixie's like, power, stop. Turn. 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 Trot on, trot on. Can we have a nice trot, please? And canter. Good girl, Dix. And turret. Turret. And canter. Woo. Right, let's get more sensible. Oh, really?
Much better in your trot. Keep going. Keep going. Keep it going. Nice. And Dixie, canter. Good girl. Good girlie, canter. Canter. Good girl. Sit, sit, sit. Sit on your back end, Dix. Sit. Good girl. And whoa. Drop. Drop. And pull. Good girl. Have a nice stretch out. Good mare. Well done. Now get out of me, then. So I can go again, mummy. Out. 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 Showing off. Canter. Dixie. That's rushing. Right. Canter. Yeah. Good girl. That's it. That's it. That's it. Good girl. Good girl, Dixie. Good girl. And whoa. Good girl. Good girl. Woo, yes, I know. Good girl, Dixie. Change the rein. On. You can't just stop. No. Walk on. Hey. Yes. Mum voice activated. Stroppy teenage mare, not welcome. Go on then. So I can do it, mummy. I'm stronger. Woohoo! Good girl. You can settle. Good mare, well done. Good girl. Have a nice stretch out, Dix. No. Oh! Pick up your feet, guys. Yeah, just let them stretch right out. It's up. It's all. You do have to walk on the other rein to stretch out the lot. Yeah, I know. That's what I asked. I know, I'm sorry. On. Thank you. Steady, Babbitt.
Now, my training session with Trix was quite simple. I just worked on the stuff that Claire told us to work on in preparation for camp. I've actually pulled out of the competition I was going to do because, thanks to Claire, we just aren't ready. I'm nowhere near ready, and I'm definitely not fit enough to pull off an actual show at the moment. So Claire took me down back throughout my old bad habits, especially my looking down when I halt. So this session with Trix was to sort of train on my bad habits to get out of my bad habits, but also a few things I need to do with Trix. Now, Trix is not as an opinionated horse as Dixie is, but she still has her opinions about movements and me asking and me obviously riding. So this session here was really to listen to my horse. Now, my lesson with Claire on Tricker didn't fully go to plan, but it went to the point where it actually did help me learn that I've not been listening to her Trix as best I possibly could. She's been telling me time and time again that I'm doing something wrong and I haven't listened to her. So this whole session was me trying to relearn how to listen to her. On a few bits of it, I did screw up. As you'll see, I did screw up. But my lesson with Claire went well. Trix didn't do anything wrong. She did buck a few times, and that was when I was asking in and out of canter. But that was due to my own fault. I was tilting forwards, I was throwing the reins at her, I was not sitting correctly, and so when Trix went into canter, she picked up the wrong leg. I tried to correct it whilst we were in canter to do a flying change, which we all know Tricker can do. I've seen her do it with Claire on her back. But yeah, with me it just didn't go to plan, so I kind of knocked my confidence a little bit. And that's fine to do. It's just that I hate knocking my confidence because then I don't want to get back on my horse. So again, she's had a fair time off as well since my lesson. But this session back today was a nice day, so it was great to be riding. But I needed to ride her properly. And that was what I took away from this session in training, was that I seriously need to ride a little bit more. I need to get fitter. And with everything Trix does for me, it does help. So another thing with her was our straightness. It's something Claire picked up on several times with me on our lesson, is that my straightness is not good. I let her wander and I let her weave, and that's not good for a test. So, as you have just seen there, we kind of came off our straight line. But it's all learning. I'm still learning. I think I ever actually stopped learning with horses, but this was quite a good session just to get me back into it, and yeah. So our circles, again, because of our straightness, our circles are not the best going into it. Neither are our serpentines or our figure of eights. So that is another thing that we do actually start working on. Now, when it comes to asking her for canter, you might not be able to pick it up on the camera, but I did hear Dad shout at me from the top, my seat, my legs, and stop throwing the reins. So Dad did bollock me at the same time as I was riding. Into the trot, obviously Trix isn't doing a full working trot, which is another thing I need to sort of pick up on, because I'm quite nervous here of my diagonal, because that's another thing I kept picking up wrong, was my diagonal.
I know.
Yeah, I screwed up and she was starting to tell me off. So when Trix tells you off, it's very subtle. She will dip her head or she'll raise her head and avoid your bit contact. So another thing is that one, that she just will tell you off. She is that kind of horse. So I need to work on a fair few things with her. The school is lovely. It's a bit dusty, but we've had some rain, so it wasn't as dusty as what it was when I had my lesson, which was another thing. Here goes my straightness. Oh, I'm watching this back and I'm thinking I really didn't ride very well at all. So I put Trix on this rein. This is our worst rein. No, it's not. This is our better rein. Sorry, this is our better rein. But again, I'm not pushing her forwards throughout her trot, which is something again I need to do. I need to work on for my sake, for Tricker's sake. It's just something we really do need to work on, is actually pushing Tricks. Not pushing, but me allowing her to move more forwards and not tighten up. She's a very sensitive horse when you're on her back, so she picks up on everything you do in the saddle. Again, another thing that I need to relearn with her. So it's one of those. It's just, I think because I've had so long off, I'm just not trusting her as well as I possibly should, and she's thinking she's done something wrong. So we do some halt to trot transitions, and I just get her back underneath her and get myself sitting properly within her trots. There we go. See if you can see that she's like nodding. She wants to go, but I'm not allowing her, and that's something again I need to work on with her. She knew what was coming, she anticipated it, which sometimes is really good, but other times it's a little bit harder. Here again, our bendness, our suppleness is not on top, so it's something I do need to shorten up my stirrups one hole, I think. Claire didn't mention anything about my stirrups, but to me, watching this back, I need a better, securer lower leg. But what a good mare Trix is. Stop pointing your nose. Wait. Good girl, I know. You don't like that bit of sand there, do you? It's a little bit deeper than everything else. Good girl, and pull. Good mare. You're really forwards today. I quite like it actually. Right. That's it. Good girl. Well done for levelling up. Stop. Good. That's better. Good go. Good. Good go, boy. Good girl. Good girl, Trey. Whoop, my foot. You okay? Good girl, Trickies. Good girl. Well done. Good girl, Trix. Good girl, Trix. Girl Trickers. I know you can't. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. Good girl, Tricky. Good. Yeah. Good. Yes, you're a good girl. You are good. So before we actually start any of our sort of canter work, I did let her have a bit of a stretch and a bit of a long and low thing from it. That was mainly just to let her stretch out before we started a little bit of canter work. Now again, Trix will take me through things even if I'm getting very nervous and I'm getting a bit uptight with her,
Time for a canter on each
but
if you want to do it.
she will do everything I do, and obviously I do ask her permission as well. I've done this multiple times in vlogs where people are saying, why are you asking your horse permission? And that's mainly because if Trix doesn't want to canter, she's not going to canter, and letting her know that yes, okay, we have time for a canter, she will either say yes, or if I go to ask for a canter, she'll just speed up in her trot. So I kind of dropped my hands a little bit.
Give me your head. That's it.
Give her a head.
Well done.
I loosened off my curb rein, and I took a little bit more contact up of my snaffle rein, which is one thing Claire told me to do. Yeah, and she picks up canter correctly in the leg. Very happy with her.
Good girl, Trix.
So, not a long canter, but a long enough canter for me to think, yeah, okay, we've done it. I do give her a pat after each canter. We only did it twice, once on each rein. Again, I need to work on my canters, and hopefully soon enough, when I ride again, which will be next week, and when I actually start filming properly, I will be doing canters around the whole school and possibly intermitting, taking some of the movements out of my test that I've got to do in canter and put them into training. So that will be a big step for me in Trix. I do feel much more secure on her after this ride, but again, I felt a little bit more of a sense of it's my fault she's not being able to show off her true potential, which is 100% true, but she is 26 years old again, so that's always in the back of my brain of how old she is, how much she's actually done, and I do feel a bit like it is almost time to just say goodbye to the riding of Trix and let her just be a field companion and a babysitter for everyone else again. That was my fault. She was telling me what I was doing wrong. I didn't listen to her. She told me off by tucking in her head, which is something that she will do as well when she's in a bad mood with you. But there we go. Wrong leading leg. My fault. I didn't ask her properly. Which, again, Trix will tell me off that, as you see, she sort of crocked her head. So obviously we're going to pick up the canter again, because obviously it was my fault, not hers, and I looked down. That, now I see it. But yeah, after this I let her have a nice long walk off, let her stretch down. I wanted her to stop because she did what I asked, and then she was like, no, we're actually going forward and you are going to sit into your saddle. So that was the end of that vlog, this vlog. So I do hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm sorry I haven't been vlogging very much.